Welcome back to class, dear students. In this lesson, let's quickly talk about how to set up Nextjs frontend for Solang, Solidity, Solana, dApp. So what are those things that need to be? Quickly, we'll do that. So usually you will need to run the normal Nextjs setup command to set it up and pick if you are using just JS or TypeScript. Usually I prefer TypeScript, but I won't be going through those processes again for you because we already have the repo. And if you go back to this lesson where we did an overview of, we already introduced you to the repo we are using for this course. So if you go there, it's open to this. And remember, it was the same we are using for, so this is it, and I was able to clone it then, and we started working on it. So basically, once you have this, you already have the front end set up for you. So you don't need to set up the Nextjs app from scratch again. So for example, you have this, and inside the app, let's go through it. So this what we have been using. We did the program. I want to close this. So now we are moving to the front end section. If you look at the course, what we have been doing before was the backend Solana blockchain. We deploy the Solang Solidity SPL fungible token minter, and over view we check the anchor, why is important, and then you will see me use it in the front end. So now we are fully moved from backend blockchain contract or Solana program to the front end. So now, and I said you now have the repo which have the setup you need. So set up this. So we are done with the backend. Now the front end, once you have, let's quickly browse through. Let me just do an overview for you what it contains. So if you open the app folder, you will see we have components. This is where all these things that will be shown in the front end here. You know, this is what we want to develop. Currently, your current repo, when you just fork the repo for this course, this is how it will look, just plain. Nothing is there, but when we are done, we want to achieve all this. So considering that, to show each of these things you see, this wallet, multi-wallet, this minter form and all those things, they are separate components. So that's where you put them in. Then you have the contest. Remember when I'm dealing with those steps, 7 steps, we'll still get to. That's where you create your contest for wallet and your program so that they can now be available. You will use your IDL to create them. So we don't have the IDL file folder yet, so we'll still set it up when we get to that next class. And here we have the pages where you have the like home, like entry. This where you have the home, but this like the app, a lot of things that happen within your app. Then you can hire up the provider and things. So we'll do that step by step in coming lessons. So just browsing through, all these are static like icon and things like that. Then the style is where you have the CSS styling. So we already gone through by now. You get familiar with this from previous courses. So that's the major thing. Every other thing they are just set up and configuration, like package. Now when you have the packages on, then this shows all the packages that will be needed. We'll still get to them, and the TypeScript config. So those are the major things: the component, the context, the pages, and we are not touching the style anyway, so you can just use the style there, but you will work on them later when you are doing the project. But I will not touch. That's why it's just plain white. You are free to work around with them. So, you know, that's all for the front end. You don't need to set it up from scratch already there. And in the next lesson, we can move to start building our front end up and turning the blank page that is loading now to something like this. So we have our minter. So I remain Solomon Foske of the Programming University. Keep the programming spirit and alive. Your assurance to succeed long term as a developer. And please always do good to humanity and nature with any knowledge you have and your programming skill to make the world and universe a better place for us all. See you in the next lesson. Peace and bye.